Water is priceless, vital, essential. We use it to grow food. We play in it, cook with it, gaze at it, and bathe with it. And the moment we best experience the value of water is when we drink it to quench our thirst. But urban runoff, which is storm water from rainfall and outdoor watering, picks up oil, dirt, litter, and other materials on the ground and in the streets. These materials can affect our water supplies. That's why keeping runoff clean is important to you.
Most of us are aware that water is important to our lives, but few of us know how our urban lifestyle can contribute to the pollution of our water supply. How does urban runoff get dirty? Where does urban runoff go? And how can we make runoff water clean and keep it clean?
Lots of things we do get runoff dirty. Rain scours oil and grit left on the streets by our automobiles. Sprinklers wash pesticides, fertilizers, and weed killers from our gardens and lawns. Detergent, oils, and grease from washing the car, leaves and grass clippings left in the gutter, or trash and grime left on parking lots. These things and more make runoff dirty. It's the little things we all do every day, 500,000 of us, that make urban runoff dirty. And where does this urban runoff go? Urban runoff from the streets, parking lots, parks, schools, residences, and businesses goes right into a storm drain. It flows down the street, through gutters, and into underground pipes. Through the storm drain system, urban runoff goes directly to ponding basins, canals and creeks, and the San Joaquin River.
All of these places I've mentioned, ponding basins, the river, canals and creeks, all replenish your water supply. So because of where urban runoff ends up, it's important to keep it clean. Let me show you what I mean.
Just beneath your feet is a massive groundwater basin. It is here that water is stored in underground clay, sand, and gravel. The groundwater basin is bigger than any reservoir ever built by man. In the Fresno and Clovis area, our drinking water is pumped from this groundwater. It is hard to imagine a more convenient and inexpensive source for water than one that is beneath our feet. But it is exactly that location, along with the growing urban population of our region, that poses a challenge for the future. Because urban runoff reaches groundwater, creeks, and the river, all water supplies that people and wildlife depend on, it's important to keep runoff clean. The Fresno Metropolitan Flood Control District was created by voters in 1956 to control stormwater and to protect citizens and their property from flooding. The storm drain system serving Fresno and Clovis is among the best in the nation in providing stormwater drainage while protecting the quality of our water resources. But the district needs your help to prevent urban runoff pollution at its source. All of us, residents, businesses, industries, schools, and other public agencies can prevent runoff pollution. How can you help? Here's how. Inspect and maintain your car regularly to prevent leaks of oil, antifreeze, and other fluids. Take your used motor oil, antifreeze, and other fluids to an automotive center or gas station with a recycling program, or participate in a curbside motor oil pickup program. Never hose down spills into the gutter. Instead, use kitty litter to clean up. Purchase household and garden products that are least toxic to the environment. Try to purchase only the amount of product you need and properly store any leftovers for later use. Apply all household and garden products sparingly and in accordance with the instructions on the label. Do not apply lawn or garden products when rain is forecast. Triple rinse lawn and garden chemical containers before disposing of the containers in the garbage. Pour the rinse water back into the applicator and use it in your last application of the product. If you can't use up your pesticides, fertilizers, and weed killers, give them to a friend or donate the product to a worthy group. Otherwise, take leftovers to a local household hazardous waste collection location. Try to avoid using oil-based paint. Leftover oil-based paint, paint thinner, varnishes, and solvents are hazardous wastes. They must be taken to a household hazardous waste collection location. Proper cleanup after painting is important too. Rinse water-based paintbrushes in a sink. Only empty paint cans which have been allowed to dry can be disposed of in the garbage. When cleaning up your yard, sweep your sidewalks and patios rather than hosing them down into the gutter. Throw the leaves and clippings from your yard work in a yard waste container or compost pile, or mulch them into your yard. And clean up your pets' wastes. Shovel them up and seal them in a bag, and throw it in a garbage can.
All of these practices may seem like a lot to remember, but most are just plain common sense. How can you remember what to do? Look just beneath your feet. It's there that we can all see the reminders of the little things that can be done every day by 500,000 of us to keep urban runoff clean.
Clean stormwater is everybody's business. Do your part. Properly dispose of all wastes. Only rain in the storm drain. Join with the Fresno Metropolitan Flood Control District, your neighbors and others, in our community-wide effort to prevent urban runoff pollution. Protecting your water protects the quality of life in your neighborhood and your community. Do it for your enjoyment today and your children's future.